Let's go.
Was that?
So you wanted to show me something?
Yeah, I want to show you two things. First, I want to show a very cool clip from a while back.
Let's see it.
And then the interview that Osama bin Laden had on the 20th of September of 2001 after the 9/11 attacks. He was interviewed by I think it was a Pakistani journalist. But let's watch the video first. There's nothing to do with well, kinda. It's related. It's related. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Just
Let's
so
see it.
you know, I was doing some research about our
Cute.
last topic that we were talking about, which is Muslim
The
wealth. And
Muslim wealth. Uh-huh.
yeah, I stumbled across something in the Quran that states you're not supposed to give too much wealth to like the firstborn. You're supposed to split your assets, and any business, any successful business that a father has would have to be dissolved and split. Uh, and if you want to restart it, you can, but it's gonna be split it to
Yeah.
yours.
Yeah, because Islam is about fairness. You cannot favor like your children. You cannot favor them too much. You have to give a lot of money to your men. Like yeah, if you have boys, your children, if you have boys, you have to give a lot of money to them because you have to keep in mind that when they get married, they're gonna have to provide wealth for their wives.
Are
The
you still
what?
in VR chat?
However, was that?
Are you still in VR chat?
Think I am. I'm not sure.
All right, I'll meet you in there. All right, go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, you have to keep in mind that you're gonna your male children are gonna provide wealth to or gonna be responsible for providing wealth to their wives and children. On the other hand, if you have a female child, you come with the understanding that um she if she gets married, she's gonna be given wealth by her husband.
Yeah.
By Sharia law, by Sharia decree, the man has to provide wealth for her in any manner that she wishes. So if she wants land, if she wants a car, if she wants jewelry, if she wants money, gold, freaking an oil field, whatever,
Oh my God.
whatever the freaking outrageous freaking thing she can think of, if she demands that of her husband, and her husband is able to afford that, then the husband is responsible for giving that to her. Sometimes some women are very generous and they just they don't care, they don't really care. They just say, I don't know, give me, I don't know, buy me something like jewelry or something,
So you're
or
saying a woman can demand
yeah, they can demand,
something
yeah, they
outrageous?
yeah, they well, not nothing I'm not saying outrageous, but I'm saying I'm just trying to be creative, like, right, like uh whatever that woman demands from the suitor who wants to marry her,
Yeah.
it has to be a reasonable, it has to be something reasonable. It has to be within the means of that person who is suiting her to be her wife. I mean his
Yeah.
wife. And it has to be enough that she feels compensated enough for accepting his offer to marry her, because because in the event, if she in Islam you are allowed to marry up to four wives, but as long as you can afford to marry four wives by being fair to all of them equally. So meaning, if you marry four women, you cannot give more to one or over the other, whether it is the first wife or the last wife, or whether she's the prettiest wife of all of your wives. It doesn't matter. You have to give
What
to all of them
is
equally.
question? What does your wife think about this? Like, would she be would she be okay if you were to marry another girl?
No, she wouldn't be okay. And
She.
well, she told me one time. She told me, if
Oh,
you
this
want
is
to
interesting.
marry, yeah, if you want to marry another woman,
Oh
because
my God.
she
I
here's the
can't
thing.
even fathom this conversation. Like, to me, I'm just like, it's mind-boggling. I'm a little
Yeah, it's when she told me about it, it was interesting too. But so here's the thing. So she told me
Yeah.
because she understands, Muslims legally we can, well, in their religion, right? in
Yeah.
in 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 the West we cannot do that. It is illegal, for example, in America,
Oh,
and I
okay.
think in Canada. In Canada and in the U.S., I think it is illegal.
what if you're already married to four people and you go to the U.S. with your four
Or
wives?
you can go to the U.S. with, but you're I mean at that point you're a tourist, right? At that point you're a
What if you
tourist.
start living there with your four
And
wives?
yeah, you can come and live with all your four wives,
But
or but I don't know how you would do that. I just don't know how you would go
yeah, me neither.
about that.
All right, go
Um,
on, go on, go on.
anyways, but yeah, she told me one time,
Yeah.
if
Oh
you do
my
want to marry
god.
another woman, then you have to buy me a house,
Oh shit.
and you're not gonna live with me. You're not gonna live with me.
Uh,
You get- if you want to come and see me, you're gonna come and visit me at my house, and I am not going to accept that you bring her to my house either. So you're gonna
so
figure
in
it.
other words, since you have to be equal in the Muslim religion, you're not only
Mhm.
gonna buy one house, you're gonna buy two houses, and it has to
Exactly. I
be
would
of
have to.
equal value for both.
Exactly. Equal
Wow, that
value and
sounds
everything. Yep.
expensive.
Exactly. Yeah. But like I said, it's a a Muslim man is allowed to do that as long as he can
Did you
afford it.
laugh, or what was your like expression? I want to know what was going through your head.
I just said well, I mean, I'm not even thinking about it, but it's good to know. That's really what I said. I mean, I was really indifferent to it because I
You
wouldn't
didn't
have.
think about that.
Yeah, I never thought about that. I never thought about what if I wanted to marry another wife. Because I actually found out later, after being a Muslim, that you could do that. I found out later.
You seriously, you didn't know that.
No,
Oh
I didn't know.
my
No,
god.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, because I came to the religion with wanting to know about the religion itself, not
Yeah.
about practices that Muslims have.
Yeah.
Because that is a yeah in I think it is in the Quran. Yeah, I think it is in the Quran. But like I said, it is a practice that does. It is not how can I say? It's not like you're praying, right? If you're marrying four wives, you're not praying. It's just something you're allowed to do, really. But anyways, but yeah, yeah, that's a thing. But in America, you cannot do that. So I know some Mormons got in trouble for having like 5 or 7 wives or something. But the government is trying to 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 find find all those people who are married, all those Mormon men who are married to
Multiple.
a bunch of women, because Mormons believe in that too. Uh, but anyway, so real quick, I want to show this clip. I believe I'm sharing my screen already.
Uh.
Yeah.
Hey. All right. Let me see. Discord. Yeah, I'm saying
All right, I'm gonna press play.
9/11. They
Jesse,
wanted
what,
it to happen.
Yeah, yeah. Check it out.
Jesse,
Seems we're not.
what would you have done on September the 12th,
Jesse
2001?
Ventura.
What would you have done if you'd been president?
What would I have done?
Yeah.
I would have done a legitimate investigation to find out what exactly happened on 9/11. How did they know who did this so quickly like they did Lee Harvey Oswald? How quick they knew Lee Harvey
Well, we knew
Oswald
who did
killed
it because,
Kennedy.
because
Yeah.
the people who did it were identified and we knew who they were.
Well, then why couldn't we have stopped them beforehand if they were identified and we knew who
It
they
was
were?
a failure of intelligence. Everyone's accepted
No, it
that.
wasn't. We knew before with Condoleezza Rice's memo on August 6th when it stated right in the memo bin Laden to steal planes and run them into buildings. And more stuff is coming out now also, how much the Bush administration ignored the intelligence. It was almost like they ignored it because they wanted it to happen.
Oh, come off it, Jesse. Don't
No,
be
not
ridiculous.
oh, come off it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Wait a minute. Every war fought starts with a false flag operation.
You can't, in all seriousness, sit there and try and make out anybody in the
Okay,
Bush
let me ask
administration
you this,
wanted
Piers.
it
Wait
to
a minute.
happen.
Let
That's
me
a
wait.
ridiculous thing to say.
Let me ask you something. How much studying have you actually done of 9/11 other than what the government's told you and what mainstream media
A
has
lot,
told
actually.
you?
I was editor,
I've been studying it
I was
4
editor
years.
of a national newspaper.
I've talked
and we
to
covered
people.
it
Wait a
in
minute.
depth every day for
Really?
5-6 months.
Really?
So I know a lot about it.
Well,
and one
then
thing
how
I do
come?
know is
Let me ask you this
you
then.
cannot say that any member of the Bush administration knew it was going to happen or wanted it to happen. It's a ridiculous thing to say.
Ridiculous. Okay, let's talk about your BBC. I have a tape of a BBC reporter broadcasting directly back to England talking about a third building has collapsed. World Trade Center Building 7 talks for 7 minutes. All the while she's talking, World Trade Center Building 7 is still standing right behind her. It didn't fall for another half hour. Yet
What?
they were doing a
Yeah, I've heard of
pre-broadcast
this
back
before.
to England that
Yep, this is pretty intense.
yes, it's true
No, you need to
that
take a
this
break here.
building fell and it hadn't fallen
If
yet.
you're trying to make out the British Broadcasting Company, one of the most respected news organisations in the world, was inventing huge buildings falling over,
They
you need to have a break, Jesse. We'll come back after the break, and we'll
you
talk about
kidding me?
Israel and
Can we
Iran.
pause this right
Kidding.
here and just pull up the clip of this instance? Because I've heard of this too, where the lady is saying Building 7 has fallen, yet it's still standing behind her.
Yeah, hold up.
Now, more on the latest building collapse in New York. You might have heard a few moments ago I was talking about the Salomon Brothers building collapsing. And indeed it has. Apparently that's only a few hundred yards away from where the World Trade Center towers were. And it seems that this was not a result of a new attack. It was because the building had been weakened during this morning's attacks. We'll probably find out
Right.
more now about that from our correspondent, Jane Stanley. Jane, what more can you tell us about the
It's so
Salomon
stupid,
Brothers
dude.
building and its collapse?
Well, only really what you already know. Details are very, very sketchy. There's almost a sense downtown in New York behind me, down by the World Trade Centers, of just an area completely closed off as the rescue workers try to do their job. But this isn't the first building that has suffered as a result. We know that part of the Marriott Hotel next to the World Trade Center also collapsed as a result of this huge amount of falling debris
And
from 110
that's
floors
a lie.
to the
Or-
two twin towers of the World Trade Center. As you can see behind me, the Trade Center appears to be still burning. We see these huge clouds of smoke and ash, and we know that behind that there's an empty piece of what was a very familiar New York skyline, a symbol of the financial prosperity of this city, but completely disappeared now, and New York is still unable to take on board what has happened to them today.
Presumably there were very few people in the Salomon building when it collapsed. I mean, there were, I suppose, fears of possible further collapses around the area.
That's what you would hope, because this whole downtown area behind me has been completely sealed off and evacuated, apart from the emergency workers. That was done by the mayor, Rudy Giuliani, much earlier today, because of, course, the dreadful collapse of the
This is
Twin
7
Towers of
minutes
the
long,
World
bro.
Trade Center. But
Um,
New York very much a city.
Let me see if is the thing that he's talking about, the guy.
yeah,
Because
no,
uh, he 7 minutes,
Jesse
she's
Ventura,
going on for 7 minutes. Yeah, she's going on for
and
7 minutes, and the building's still there. Let me see. Let me see.
and at the time it wasn't even hit. Is that
Yeah, no, it
correct?
was. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's still there. It's still freaking right in front of the freaking smoke. It's yeah, these people are insane, dude. And people buy it, dude.
What else did you
That's
want to
what.
show me?
And then okay, last but not least, this right here is
Why
some
did you have to use the Wayback Machine?
that's where that's where that's where I got the interview. That's where the so someone posted it on Twitter,
It was
and
redacted. It was.
yeah, yeah, it was redacted into this form. I'm trying to find the supposedly this is the original link, but I'm trying to find the actual recording, or but I cannot find anything. But you can see the at the bottom, very bottom, it says sources BBC morning service, monitoring service, um, and it says source Ummat Urdu language daily newspaper based in Karachi, Pakistan, Friday 28 September 2001, pages 1 to 7. Source BBC monitoring service. So it's probably gonna be somewhere out there in the BBC. And basically, the interview at the very beginning, the Umat, right, as the interviewer, and he says, you have been accused of involvement in the attacks in New York, Washington, and Washington. Do you want to say, what do you want to say about this? If you are not involved, who might be? And then he
In the name
says,
of Allah, God.
he says about he says all this. He says, in the name of Allah, God, the most beneficent, the most merciful, praise be to Allah, who is the creator of the whole universe and who made the earth as an abode for peace for the whole of humankind. Allah is the sustainer who sent Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, for our guidance. I am thankful to Umat Group of publications, which gave me the opportunity to convey my viewpoint to the people, particularly the valiant uh, Momim, the true Muslim people of Pakistan who refuse to believe the lies of the demon Pakistani military dictator General Pervez Musharraf. I have already said that I am not involved in the September 11 or in the 11 September attacks in the United States. As a Muslim, I try my best to avoid telling a lie. I had no knowledge of these attacks, nor do I consider the killing of innocent women, children, and other humans as an appreciable act, meaning as an act worthy of praise. Islam strictly forbids causing harm to innocent women, children, and other people. Such practices such practice forbidden even in the course of a battle. If the United States, which is perpetrating every maltreatment on women, children, and common people of other faiths, particularly the followers of Islam, all that is going on in Palestine for the last 11 months is sufficient to call the wrath of God upon the United States and Israel. There is
Wait,
also a
this he
warning.
just brought up Israel.
Because so the only reason that
Osama?
Osama became an enemy to the West is because he was outspoken against Israel because of what they were doing to Palestine. So that's when he became a target for Israel, and then eventually they would frame him to be the perpetrator of the 9/11 attacks, as you saw in that video about the U.S. Army report. There is also a warning for those Muslim countries which witnessed all these as a silent spectator. We had earlier been done to the innocent people of Iraq, Chechnya, and Bosnia.
Can you keep
Only,
uh coloring whatever you're reading in blue
oh yeah,
with
yeah,
your
yeah,
mouse?
yeah, yeah. Only one, only one conclusion could be derived from the difference of the United States and the West to these acts of terror and patronage of the tyrants by these powers that America and the anti-Islamic power, and it is patronizing the anti-Islamic forces. Its friendship with Muslim countries is just a show, rather deceit. By enticing or intimidating these countries, the United States is forcing them to play a role in its choice, meaning to support Israel. Put a put a glance all around, and you will see that the slaves of the United States are either the rulers or enemies of Muslims. And then he goes on to talk about his grievances about the United States supporting Israel. Dude. Shh. Hey,
What?
my freaking Google. I have a Google alarm, right? That shit just turned on right now, and it said, "Hey, what's up?"
Why do you have a Google alarm?
Because I was trying to find a freaking radio, and I bought a Google alarm because I'm a freaking consumer, and I bought a Google alarm,
Do you
and I
just
put it in
scare?
my.
You just literally scared the hell out of me. All
No,
right,
no,
go
no,
on.
no, 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 but yeah, I'm talking about Osama bin Laden involved in all the Israeli involvement in freaking the 9/11 attacks, and then my room is closed. My bedroom right now is closed, and my Google alarm just
Oh
went off
shit.
and started talking by itself. You know that Google AI thing that you can
Yeah.
activate with voice activated? Yeah, it activated by itself. I didn't even say Google at all. And it just activated itself and said, "Hey, something I didn't hear what it said. Maybe it said my name or something, but it said, 'Hey, what's up?'" And then it went quiet. Someone is freaking listening to what I'm saying right now. Someone is listening to this conversation. And what I'm telling you guys, dude, they're listening to this freaking conversation, bro. They're listening to this conversation, guys. Don't let these demons control you. Don't let these demons persuade you into thinking that what they're telling you is the truth. It is a lie. They are, they have been behind all these attacks on America, trying to push us into wars that do not have nothing to do with us, and trying to pin us against Muslims. When Muslims, some of the is when I first came to Islam, and I told this to my army chaplain when I was talking to him. When
Don't
I
dox
first came,
yourself.
no, you already said that I'm in the army,
There's a bunch of people in the army.
but you already said that I'm in the army. But I'm saying when I first came to Islam, and I talked to the chaplain in the army, he said, uh, well, I said to him, you know, when I started studying Islam, I realized that Islam is a very American religion, and what I meant by that is that a lot of the principles
Can you go ahead and disconnect that Google device you're using?
yeah, hold up, give me a sec.
Thanks.
I wish I
It's,
could take the mic to see what happens. Hold up, I'm gonna put it as close to my room as possible. Hold up.
it's NSA spying on us.
Bro, that was the creepiest freaking thing, cause
I
not even my phone does that to me. And dude, I've spoken about outrageous things with a lots of people on my phone, with my phone in front of me. My phone right now is in front of me, and my phone has never done that type of crap to me, where like I'm talking about a delicate subject, and it just suddenly starts listening in. Like, hey,
Yeah,
what do you need?
next time I also have a Google TV behind me of some sort. It's Android TV, so
Is it
I've seen
is
it.
it is
I've
it
seen
voice activated?
Yeah, well sometimes it's turned on by itself, sometimes like it's rare when it happens, but I'm never like talking about weird subjects. It's just random sometimes. So I think it's random with me. Um
No, but this is, dude. My room is closed. There's no way that the freaking thing is gonna listen. I have,
dude, you're
dude.
starting to scare me.
I have been here on my I've been in my computer for all this time, right? And then I
Yeah.
put my alarm there in my room, and then I have many times I have uttered the word and phrases Google, and I never hear it go off asking me like, "Hey, what do you need?" Nothing ever. And out of nowhere, it just asks me what's up. Like it's
Yeah.
trying to listening in. It's, I'm telling you, man. Like, whoever's listening,
The
whoever's
NSA.
listening, if someone is listening, if someone's watching this stream, or someone watches this stream later, and you s- and you witness this
Dude, don't
happening,
even.
you know for a fact that someone is spying on our conversation. And the reason they're spying on this conversation is because they don't like what we're talking about, they don't like what we're saying, they don't want this to come out. But guess what? I'm not gonna stop putting it out there. And here's the thing, man. I don't know how trustworthy this interview is of Osama bin Laden, because there are videos on YouTube. You can find many videos on YouTube where presumably Osama bin Laden claims that he was behind the
Claims
attacks of 9/11.
responsibility. Yeah, I've seen those
Yeah.
too.
However, here's the thing.
However.
I have not watched them personally. I have not watched them because 9/11 was a long time ago, and at this
Yeah.
point, at this point, like everyone knew that Osama bin Laden was behind it.
Yeah.
However, here's the thing: all those videos are in Arabic. Like he's speaking Arabic. I that I know he's speaking Arabic. That I know he's never speaking English in any one of those videos. Anyone can put subtitles on any video and that is in another language, obscure to American or to America and most of the world, and no one would know the
Unless you
difference.
speak Arabic, then you'll be like, this is a lie. That's
Yeah,
not what he's
yeah,
saying.
exactly. Unless you speak Arabic, then you would know. And then the fact that those videos haven't been denounced to be false or that he's not saying those things, leads me to believe that he is saying those things. However, in the media, they twist things all the time. Meaning, a person can be saying, for example, let's say I am, I don't know, let's say I am a Republican politician, and then I'm about to talk about, I don't know, something that happened, like let's say freaking uh January, the event on January, uh in a certain date in January, and and I'm a Republican politician, and I'm here to say my name is, I don't know, Ronald McLovin, and I am here to say that I believe that the events in January that took place at the Capitol, uh, I believe that that event and whatever happened, whatever occurred, and whatever those people did was justifiable, or I believe that whatever those people did was simply uh was simply a show of revenge, a show of payback, because we have had enough. Blah 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 blah. And then people in the media can misconstrue that, or straw man the what I'm saying into meaning that I am taking responsibility, or that I am condoning whatever happened in January at the Capitol. So that's why I don't know what to believe, right, about those videos. However, there is
You
this
would have
like,
to watch them and know
yeah, I
what
would have to
he's
watch them,
saying.
and I would have to be with someone who speaks Arabic, who is completely, unbiased on the subject,
What?
and who can tell it like it is, and yeah, and I would have to analyze it with them. And I'm thinking of doing that actually. I know many people who know Arabic very well and who can help me with that, and I'm gonna do it, inshallah, God willing. But in the meantime, there is this interview, like I said, there is this interview captured by some Pakistani newspaper, um, of Osama bin Laden after a little bit after the 9/11 attacks, where he clearly says that he wouldn't do that, and he wasn't even aware that it happened. You know, when it happened, actually,
Yeah.
he wasn't even aware. And the thread in Twitter where I found this interview link is filled with a bunch of other videos where Osama bin Laden pretty much says the exact same thing on video.
I wouldn't do
Uh,
that.
yeah, and yeah, there's plenty of stuff here, and I want to compile it into documentation, because I don't want to put people's Twitter handles out there, uh, you know,
Oh yeah.
without their permission, or
Yeah, I
I
get
just
that.
want to, yeah, I just want to grab their information, what they're putting out, and then just share it as information. I am not saying it is true. I am not saying it is false. I am just saying that people are bringing up this information, and it seems credible after what we know from our own military intelligence that warned us about something possibly happening, uh, that would link the Muslims as the perpetrators of that something. And Yeah, man, and that's pretty much all I got. And I think next topic we should talk about we should expand upon that topic that you started talking about, the demons and the demons controlling everything, and the idea of a religion or something,
The fall of
control,
religion.
yeah, controlling the governments of the world, and eventually making oppressing the people, uh oppressing the people.
Well,
um we should expound
I
upon that,
I
but
to be honest, I didn't
we're
even
gonna have
finish
to.
my whole thought about
I
that,
know,
but I know
I
you have
know.
to
That's
leave.
what that's what I'm saying. We should, next topic, we should discuss that one, follow up on what you were saying, and actually expand upon it, not just go because
Briefly touch on it.
yeah, because I know you were briefly touching upon it, and that topic is way too broad to just talk about it for 5 minutes. So I'm saying like we should reserve that for an actual topic of discussion and bring
Yeah,
it
and
up
I was
next time.
also doing some research onto Muslim wealth because
Yeah. Yeah,
um
like I said, we don't have like centralized wealth like the Vatican does. And here's the funny thing: the Vatican's wealth is not even the wealth of its people.
it's
It's
not. It's
it only belongs to the Vatican
yeah.
only. The devotees or of the Catholic Church, they don't get a cent from it. So
That's
it's,
insane.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
So it's like
But
if there's a natural disaster, bless you,
yeah,
my
no,
child, God will
they're
help
not
you.
getting
They're
they're
not
not
giving
getting
anything.
crap. They're gonna send prayers and their thoughts and prayers. That's what they're gonna send you. But they're not gonna send you help.
Oh,
Whenever America floods because of hurricanes, who do you think is helping? The Vatican? No, Mexico is sending help. Mexico and Canada sending freaking food and help and rescuers to find people who are drowned or who are still trapped in their homes. It's Mexico and
I'm
Canada
trying to
who
think of
send
something the Vatican has helped us with.
nothing. He brought death and destruction and pillaging. That's what they've helped. And I mean, you can probably say that they've helped with literature, but that's it. I mean, that's the only thing I would attribute to the Vatican.
Well,
Literature.
the thing is, uh, again, the prostitute. I'm just gonna finish with this. Prostitute represents false religion, not just the
Right.
Vatican.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm gonna do more research onto other
Yeah,
religions as well as Muslim.
yeah, there's something I want to add about that, but I'll add it next time we talk about it because
Ooh,
it's gonna go down the rabbit hole.
yeah.
But now I gotta go. It's
All
been
right.
fun. It's been fun, fellow mateys.
Yeah, you might want to disconnect your Google devices next time. Like, I'm thinking about disconnecting my TV now because
Well,
I don't know, I'm
fortunately,
feeling a little paranoid.
my monitor or my TV is not voice activated. The only
My
thing that was
monitor
that.
isn't either.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Oh my.
you need to figure it out, man. The only thing, are you still streaming, weirdo?
Yeah, I'm still
Oh my
streaming.
gosh.
I'm streaming
Yeah.
for you.
Oh my God, dude. The only thing that's the only thing that's what do you call it? The only thing that's
What?
voice activated here for me was that
Net.
Google alarm.
Yeah.
But yeah, next time I'm talking about anything, I'm just gonna disconnect everything.
Yeah.
Because the funny part is like my phone is definitely freaking listening into my whatever I'm talking about, but
Mhm.
at least it's not freaking making it obvious, making me more paranoid than I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I get that.
yeah. But that was weird, man, and I hope I hope that you can I hope that you caught it in the stream, because that thing was loud.
No, I didn't.
And
I didn't hear it through my headphones.
no, you
You could.
didn't, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe in the background noise. Maybe in the background noise we can probably hear like maybe we have to edit the sound a little bit
Yeah, maybe.
to accentuate what are like the all the noise canceling. Maybe somehow we find it, but we will know when it happened, because I literally freak out. Like
Yes,
I stopped everything.
queen.
I'm like, hey, quiet, quiet, quiet.
Yeah, no,
Like that.
I
Yeah,
was freaking out too. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on here. I
yeah.
thought something else happened, but whatever.
I'm glad
Mm.
that I'm glad that was it. I'm glad that was it, bro. Yeah, bro. All right, I'm gonna catch you later.
All right then.
Let's
Let's.
wait. Wait.
Wait,
Wait.
you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I want to say something, but you have to end the stream first.